Look, not all dairy is created equal. Okay, yogurt is going to be different from heavy cream. Heavy cream is going to be different from cottage cheese. And the sad truth is that there's a lot of low quality yogurt out there, a lot of low quality dairy. So you really have to learn to read a label and know what is in your yogurt. There's also different kinds of yogurts. So anyhow, in this video, I'm going to give you a couple of recipes, super simple recipes that fit the profile for a ketogenic diet. They give you a lot of the nutrients that you would need. And these are things that I make frequently. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about Greek yogurt, Icelandic yogurt, and my personal favorite, Bulgarian yogurt. Okay, so here's what you do. First off, take a plain, unsweetened yogurt. Okay, if you're using Greek yogurt, just know that Greek yogurt is usually a little bit higher protein, but it's usually made in like a centrifuge where they spin it really fast to kind of strain it, right? And they get the fluid out, they get all the other material out, and you're left with like a relatively thick, higher protein yogurt. Okay, still a good probiotic content, but not a whole lot compared to some other yogurts. The issue that a lot of times we face is a lot of the nutrients end up getting strained off when it goes through that centrifuge process. So you don't have like as abundant of a profile as you might with other yogurts, but still good and high in protein. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add unsweetened baking chocolate. This is literally unsweetened baking cocoa or baking chocolate that I've chopped up. Okay, very simple. It has to be unsweetened. Do not get one that's sweetened, otherwise it's not going to be keto friendly. I usually put about a half an ounce in or so. Right? That's all you're going to need in that one. Now, you can use either pecans or peely nuts. Peely nuts are going to be sort of going up market in the process, but I'm going to go with pecans because they're a better omega-3 profile. My wife used to put almonds in them all the time, and I like almonds, except the omega-6 profile is a little too high for my liking. So I usually go with like chopped pecans because you can get them in the baking section, and they're really dirt cheap. Okay. Plain and simple. And then I add a little bit of liquid monk fruit, and this alone is a super simple way to have yogurt. Okay. Have this at night, have this when you just want kind of an ice cream treat. I don't know, I just want to kind of drop the science for a minute and just have some fun. Now, ordinarily, I would recommend that you use Bulgarian yogurt. Okay, Bulgarian yogurt is different. Bulgarian yogurt is a higher fat content generally. It's slightly lower protein, which means it ends up fitting that keto macro goal very well. It fits well within what you want to eat on a ketogenic diet. But the thing is, Bulgarian yogurt is the mother of yogurt. What that means is it has a ton of probiotics in it. You're going to be anywhere from 50 to 90 billion count in the world of bacteria. That is way more. A lot of times with Greek yogurt, you're looking maybe 20, 30. It all depends. Okay, the main bacteria that we want out of Bulgarian yogurt is something called L. bulgaricus. And if you look at any yogurt in the grocery store, whether it's Greek or like Icelandic, you probably see a lot of, you're going to see L. bulgaricus within the ingredient list because it's the mother of it. Well, it is rooted from, just like the name implies, Bulgarian yogurt. Okay, so normally I would use that. Now, good Bulgarian yogurt is hard to come by, so my friends over at Trimona have created some really cool superfood infused Bulgarian yogurts. Okay, and they also have a very specific kind of bacteria called L. bulgaricus GLB44 that has some really cool science around the world, pathogen inhibition and all this other stuff. But this is cool because look at this flavor, matcha and maca, and they have no added sugar. So in this case, monk fruit extract powder is the sweetener. I mean, you're gonna have to just, I'll have them zoom in and show the ingredients here in a minute, but this is maca and matcha. So you've got adaptogens and sort of AMPK pathway there. You've got this Revive flavor that has turmeric and ginger in it, still sweetened with monk fruit. And you have Protect, which is acai and beet, still totally keto friendly because it's sweetened with monk fruit. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. So you can make the same yogurt with plain, unsweetened, unflavored Trimona yogurt, or you could make it with one of these superfood infused ones. Okay, this next one is going to still be using Bulgarian yogurt. And in this case, I'm gonna go with the peely nuts all together. This one's gonna be a little bit more of a keto specific fat profile. Okay, and I'm doing about a half an ounce of peely nuts because they're usually a little bit higher in the saturated fat content. So we would have kind of modulated a little bit. And then in this case, I have a little bit of cocoa powder and I also put a little bit of MCT powder in here just to give it a little bit more of a ketogenic effect. You can actually add a little bit of MCT oil if you wanted to your yogurt and it will mix right in. It doesn't layer up and act weird. So in this case, I've got some MCT powder and a little bit of cocoa and my peely nuts. And that mixes up beautifully. And this is super simple. It's totally keto friendly. And now I'm gonna go ahead and again, I'm gonna add some liquid monk fruit to the mix. Let me show you really quick what this stuff looks like. So this is going to be the Trimona Bulgarian matcha one. I'm just gonna read the ingredients off to you so you see what's in this stuff. Organic whole milk, which by the way is coming directly from A2 casein milk, which is the high quality milk directly from Amish farmers. So this stuff is as legit as it comes. All right, then we've got L. bulgaricus, we've got all of the probiotics, we've got matcha tea powder, organic maca root powder, organic lucuma powder, spirulina, chlorella powder, organic monk fruit extract powder, all organic. So this stuff, yeah, it doesn't even need anything added to it. But I still, just for fun, I add extra antioxidants, but more so it's just that I want the crunch. So I add a little bit of chocolate to it. There's a link down below for a store finder. There's not a direct online store, but if you want to find a retailer that has it, you can use the link down below. I highly recommend that you check them out, and I highly recommend that you try Bulgarian yogurt and definitely use Trimona, because they are the end-all be-all when it comes to it, in my opinion. And the owner is ketogenic himself, so it makes it even better because he has the ketogenic diet in mind. So he's made this thinking about people that are doing keto, which is perfect if you're watching this video. So anyway, add some chocolate to it just to give you just an idea of what this looks like in here. The turmeric one, nothing artificial, no artificial colors, just pure turmeric and ginger. The flavor in this one is really awesome. And then Protect, which is the acai and beets. This is a really refreshing one that I personally like to have shortly after a workout on a hot day kind of thing. Or another thing that I've done is I've actually frozen them before and made little pops and given them to my kiddo. So anyhow, just a couple little simple things you can do. You can use Greek yogurt, you can use Icelandic yogurt, you can use Bulgarian yogurt. I recommend the latter. But at the end of the day, a quick way to spice up your yogurt, get the perfect macronutrient profile. And as long as you're getting unsweetened already, you can add your sweetener as you go and give yourself a perfect little keto treat. So as always, keep it locked in here on my channel, and I'll see you tomorrow.